Hey scrapbook friends, it's Nicole from Nicole Scrapbooks, and I'm coming to you tonight with an idea for using the Creative Memories Happy Album. This is our newest size album. The pages that fit in here are 6 3/4 by 10, which is a really nice size if you want to use it as maybe a gift album. Works great with 2 horizontal 4x6 photos on a page, plus a little bit of extra room to journal around them. We also sell calendar inserts, so if you want to use it as a planner, you could have it as a planner or as a kind of a calendar journal, which is what I've done with another one of mine. But this one tonight I want to show you I've used to save the cards that my family has given me for various occasions. For years, my husband and my kids have given me Valentine's, Mother's Day, birthday cards, and I've wanted to keep them because they write really nice little notes to me that are precious and I want to keep. And so I just had these cards like in a stack in a basket on one of the shelves in my office, but they started to feel a little bit like clutter. And so I wanted to do something so they weren't just, a pile of papers in a basket, but they were something that I could look at. And so one day as I was pondering it, I had the brilliant idea, brilliant to me, hopefully brilliant to you too, of using a happy album because the size just works for a lot of these cards that my husband especially has sent me. The pages in the happy album are pre-decorated. I left a couple blank ones in here when I find additional cards, which I know exist, but you can see we have a couple of different page designs, and so it gives a little bit of interest to the background. So I hadn't to do anything kind of scrapbooky to make this look attractive. I've just used the pre-printed pages the way they were and put these cards in. I didn't use any page protectors. I just used tape runner to stick the back side of the cards down, and of course left the front so that it can open. And then on the front cover, I just took all the envelopes and I just cut out where it had my name or my nickname that my husband calls me, and just put all of these on here because I was having trouble throwing the envelopes away. And so even though a lot of these look the same, I did save them all from every card. And of course, some of them are different because some of them say mom or whatever. But so that was just my title page. And of course, you could do something totally different. But I started with Valentine's Day in the front. And this is probably like 8 or 10 years worth of cards that I had accumulating in that pile. The one I'm working on now, I'm just doing it chronologically. So theoretically, every year will be Valentine's, Mother's Day, anniversary, birthday, just depending on which cards I get, it'll just go through like that. But for this one, with a stack of cards, I didn't necessarily know which ones were old, which ones were new. I just put them in, as best I could with Valentine's. I love this one. You guys who know me know I love Disney, and so this little fun pop-up one, Minnie and Mickey. This one my daughter gave me, has the little cats with the little ball of yarn. One of the ones that's my favorite in here, I don't know where it went. Anyway, one of them in here says, my husband said, I hope you like the house I bought you. Oh, here it is. I hope you like the house I bought you for your birthday. So I know what year that's from. That was from 2010 when we moved into our house. But I think it's just a fun way to keep my cards so that I can look at them, have them not feel like clutter, have them feel like memorabilia, have them feel saved on purpose and not just piled somewhere. I will tell you that because the cards are thick and because I do have some of these that are pretty bulky and have, pop-ups and foam squares or, dimensional stuff, embossing, the album does not quite close all the way. So one of the things I love ordinarily about Creative Memories albums is that because of the reinforced edges, when you finish your layout, the album can still lay flat. This one kind of can't because of that extra bulk, but it can squeeze flat, and because it's only it's only cards, I don't have to worry, if it gets a little bit squished, it's just that cardboard. So I can squeeze it enough to put it on a shelf and it looks pretty from the back. I don't have to worry too much about how it's going to look on my shelf. It's not gonna be doing this and taking up a lot of space, even though this is what it wants to do. So I can just close it, put it on the shelf. Anyway, for me, this was a great way to use the Happy Album. This particular album, it was the blush with a gold kind of crisscross mark. This one is retired. We have a couple current albums. We have a blue one, a pink one with some little hearts. And they've promised us new Happy Albums coming in October. So that'll be fun to see which ones they have. And I think right now you can buy just the cover, and which means you can choose if you want to have the pre-designed pages or you want to have white pages. And maybe you want to do a little bit more decorating on your own. But it's just a really nice size, a perfect size for some of these big cards that, that people send you. And so I have this one that's for cards for my family, and then I have another one in progress that's for cards from my friends. A lot of my friends are stampers and card makers, and anytime somebody makes a card for me or they write a personal note in there that is meaningful to me, I want to be able to keep that. And the Happy Album has turned out to be a perfect place for me to save those kind of memories, which are not like pictures. And so not necessarily when I think about scrapbooking now, I think about pictures, but the memorabilia and the personal notes that have been given to me over the years are very precious to me. And I'm so happy that I found a way to preserve them, that I can look at them more often and remember how much my family loves me and how lucky I am to have them. So I hope that this will give you some ideas for what you can do with the Happy Album, or maybe with some of the cards that you have. Thanks a lot, and happy scrapbooking.